Welcome to Creative Scrapbooker Magazine's Technique Tasters. I am so excited because we have Cathie Allan, our rubber stamp guru, on the show today, and I hope she falls in love with being here so that she comes back and back and back.
Oh, I'll come back for you anytime.
Today she is going to be creating background techniques by coloring with stamps and stencils to create all kinds of different backgrounds.
Right, and using my stamp pads.
And I see this is basically what a card that you created.
Very
using that
fast.
background. White, started off as simple white Super Stock.
Exactly.
You have a layout over there. I just want to show everybody that layout too, if you want to bring it over here.
It got bigger.
It got bigger.
It got bigger, and I added photos of cute kids.
But, those are very cute
They
kids.
are
I
very
bet you
cute
they're
kids.
your grandchildren.
They might be.
Perfect. Okay, so Cathie, I want you to just get us started and show us exactly, how you created that background.
Okay, well, we're going to begin, and you can see I've laid out my stamp pads here. They are pigment stamp pads from Clearsnap.
Perfect.
And what we're going to do is we're going to do something, it's really hard, guys. All you're going to do is pick up your stamp pad and you're going to drag it across the paper, call it a day. Okay?
That
it's
sounds
called
simple.
direct
That sounds
to
simple.
stamping.
Or direct to paper.
Direct to paper.
Direct to paper.
Yes,
Okay.
there you go. Thank
go.
you for being there. Okay, so anyway, when I'm going to do something like this, you really want to make sure you add some ink to your stamp pad.
It has to be nice and juicy wet. Otherwise you will
do bad things to your stamp pad.
it'll look beautiful like that, but then
It's still usable, but it looks like the dog got it, and it's because I didn't re-ink my stamp pad and I dragged too hard and put too much pressure on the stamp pad. By adding more ink, it's just simply going to slide across the page a little bit easier.
Well, and I think it's important for everyone to know that when you find your favorite pigment or any kind of stamp pad, that you also buy a re-inker at the same time.
Absolutely. If you buy this without a re-inker, it's kind of like buying a car but not being able to go get gas for it. So you're not going anywhere.
Very good. Okay,
So
here we go.
What we're going to do is going to simply pick it up, and we're going to do something so much fun. You're just going to simply do that. You can't get anything quicker. Of course, on the scrapbook page, I did it more times and I went further. It was that simple.
Simple.
Literally so easy. Now the beauty of that is I'm going to put that away. Now this is a new color. It's called Clementina. No, Clementine. Clementina is in Spanish, I think.
I think Colorbox has every color.
Yeah.
And they also name their ink pads after food, which is sometimes.
Yeah. Makes us hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that stamp pad, and of course I have
already re-inked it.
And I'm just going to take that stamp pad and I'm going to drag it across.
And
it's not even.
And it's okay if that happens.
I don't care.
That's perfect. I think I can do this. I think you can definitely do this.
That. Yep. And you can add a stripe up there if you want.
You keep going. I want to see what you did here with the stencil.
That's nice and easy. I do have an art screen here. It is from Clearsnap, and you'll see that I've actually added clear tape all around it.
You did that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's very expensive Canadian Post clear packing tape. That's all it is. It's packing tape.
And so you did that for what reason?
Well,
just to make it.
It allows me to handle it on the outside without getting my fingers full of ink. Keeps me a little cleaner, but it also keeps me from getting that square edge on a project if I'm doing it larger.
Okay, perfect.
So just take a few minutes, buy your $2.95 roll of packing tape, and away you go.
Away you go.
Okay. And all we're going to do is we're going to pick up one of my favorite applicators, which is Colorbox's stylus. Okay.
Must have stylus and white foam tips.
They're like paint brushes for your stamp pads.
They save your stamp pads too, don't they?
Yes, they do. Actually, rather than I very rarely go to direct to paper like I did, but I'm kind of outside my box, and I did it. But it's fun to do that fast. But most times I use this system. It is very simple. It's a push-on system and a push-off system.
Cool. Okay, let's see what you did.
And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up one of my colors, and you don't have to don't look at a stencil as if you have to do the whole thing. Simply hold it in place, and that's all you can do. And it doesn't have to be even. There you go. All you can do is throw it in. It makes no difference where it goes. If you get a little bit of ink from a fingerprint, then it's like the stamping agents tell you to put more ink there.
Oh, there you go.
So it's all good.
That tool makes it so easy to put that on.
Oh, it does. I don't know how to work without these. You never throw the foam tips away. They are a beautiful thing that you can save. Some of my foam tips at home are 15, 20 years old.
And you just store them in like a fishing tackle box, and then you put them in the different shades and stuff? So
Exactly.
Cool, very cool. Very nice.
That's so simple to do. You've instantly got a background.
Nice.
Now this is pigment ink.
Right.
Okay.
So now I see where you put those cute little duckies from Art Impressions.
And what I did was first, before I
I'm
added
rushing
them,
you.
because pigment ink stays wetter for a long time,
Right.
which makes it like the oil paint of mediums for stamping, I like to dry it, and I want it to be dry right away. So I just you can use a scrap piece of paper, you can use some newsprint, you could use a piece of paper towel and a hot iron, any little iron or a regular iron that gets really hot, and you just want to iron it, okay?
You can also let it sit and dry, or could you use your heat gun? Does your heat gun?
The heat gun will dry only the surface of the ink. I want it dried all the way through.
Okay.
So I use a little iron, okay, to do that. That's always at my table.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do, and through the magic of television,
you have one that's done.
we have one that's done. Of course, I'm using this wonderful little stamp set that comes from
gorgeous.
Art Impressions, and it's got these really cute little stacked up ducks, and it comes with a text message.
Cute.
And of course, I switched ink. I decided to go to a fluid chalk stamp pad because it's going to dry much quicker.
It dries really fast. Yeah.
Okay, so it dries really fast, and I'm going to stamp my image. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to color really simply here. And the reason I'm going to color simply because I know a whole lot of people.
Pass me that layout again because I want to show, because you don't have that little ducky on the card. So right here,
Actually, I do.
Oh, you do? Show us where he is. There he is. Oh, that's cute. That's a die that comes with
a die.
That's a die from Art Impressions too. So it's like a peekaboo?
Yeah.
Do they call it peekaboo?
No, they call it a slider die.
Slider dies. I think it's a slider die peekaboo. I'm going to actually talk to Art Impressions and say.
Change it. It is a really cute little die.
Cute.
Instant fun. Die cut it, and you.
So you colored it in. Let me have a look and see what you did there.
Get you an interactive piece right away. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the simple coloring because I've got a lot of friends who don't like to color.
Yes.
So what I tell them to do.
Coloring can be intimidating.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you know what you're going to do? You're just going to color right on top of the pigment ink. What you're going to find when you color on top of pigment ink, that will actually extend the open time of your markers. Okay, and it allows you, and you're not going to make it hard. All I'm going to do is color it base with one color and edge like I did when I was a little girl and I colored in my coloring book.
Right.
And all I'm going to do is edge around it and call it a day.
Call it a day. Well, so you're using Tombow markers.
Yes.
You've got this fantastic chicky die. I want to get this card.
Isn't
I would
that
love to get this card.
so cute?
I see you've used a Sizzix die there to put it together.
I have, and simply, and you can see just the Sizzix die is just underneath here. Okay, 3 beautiful flowers that you can use individually.
Right.
Okay. Or you can stack them up like I did and add a brad.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well, you know what, Cathie? I'm going to tell you what. I'm so excited. I think Cathie should send me this card in the mail.
With pictures of my grandsons.
With whatever you want. I love it. Thank you so much for being on the show today.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.